Hi there everyone, welcome back to a new tutorial. New week, new tutorial. This week I want to paint something nice and bright and fresh and colourful. So I'm going to paint a nice boat in the water, maybe on the beach or something like that. A tropical kind of scene, so nice rich ocean colours, nice bright colours on the boat. Just something nice and bright for a change, yes? And we can practice some drawing as well. I'm going to take my time with this one so you can follow me along, and I hope you're following me along, and I hope you're getting lots of hints and tips from me. Thank you very much for your support, and yeah, it's been great fun. We're getting better and better each time, aren't we? I think we are, and I'm learning as well myself as I go, so that's good. So nice colourful scene this week. We make it our own. I think we will use the drawing, and we can add colours to it ourselves, and we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't turn out very well or not as planned, that's fine, it's okay. It's our painting, we can make it as we wish. So join me and we will paint a lovely, bright, colourful scene. Okay, don't go anywhere. Okay, so here we go. You should see the picture on your screen there, and isn't that lovely? A lovely simple boat in the water with some kind of rocky cliffs in the background. So that's going to be quite nice. Now I want to put on masking tape, okay? And I want to go quite high with this. And the picture is very high up. I'm not going to go so high because I want to create some depth in the painting. I don't want it to be too high up. I'm just thinking here now for a moment, forgive me. Okay, I think we go here. Now, a nice bright sky, okay? Nice bright bluey ocean sky. I'm going to take my stubby brush, my normal screen stubby brush. It's a size 16, right? Synthetic. And I'm going to dip it into my turpentine, like so. So it's quite wet, soaking wet. And then I'm going to just dab the excess on a tissue, okay, just like that. Now I'm going to take, I have cobalt blue. Actually I better name my colours for you. Nice bright palette today, look at this, lots of primary colours. Okay, I have burnt umber, titanium white, Naples yellow, I have cadmium yellow hue, which is a very orangey yellow, that's a new one. I'm just going to try it today. Cadmium yellow pale, I have some cobalt blue, cadmium red, some crimson and some black. So a nice vibrant palette today. So we're going to get some nice rich colours with this. Now the picture is quite bluey, but I'm going to add a touch of green here and there. Okay, so with the green brush, let's take some blue, cobalt blue and some white, and that will begin to thicken up immediately. So I'm going to add a touch of turpentine, just a little touch with the corner of the brush. More white. I want to go for a bright blue in this, but I'm going to keep this one nice and vibrant today. Now into that I'm going to add a touch of cadmium yellow, pale. I want a nice ocean green kind of a blue sky today. I feel like something nice and colourful today. Yes? Cheer us all up. Now, a bit more blue, a bit more green into that, a bit more yellow, a bit more blue. Let's put this in all the way along, and I've stretched canvas today, 16 by 12, and it's primed twice. Now, I'm going to start adding, I'm just going to dry my brush on my tissue very quickly, okay, just to get that off. I'm going to start adding white to this with just a little blue. So I'm basically going to lighten this as it comes down. Alright, so plenty of white. I'm scrubbing this right into the canvas now. Again, clean the brush and the tissue, dip in your turpentine gently and take some more white. And it's getting nice and light now down by the horizon, isn't it? Nice bright sky. And I think we might even put some clouds into this, some nice fluffy clouds. So a nice quick simple sky. And I hope you're following me along with this, making your own masterpieces. So that's great, isn't it? And you should be proud of all the paintings you do, because they're all pieces of art. And don't be afraid to hang them on your wall and show everyone. Okay, I'm going to take another brush, flat brush, cheap flat brush, slightly worn, and I'm going to go into some white, just white on its own. And now a couple of little clouds flicking across, and I might put some shadows on these clouds as well. So let's go. I think just a few across the centre, look. A couple of little flicks here and there. Scrub it around, very free, very loose. Don't be too worried about getting it absolutely perfect. Okay, now there we go. Let's try another one or two off in the distance. And of course, when they're off in the distance, they go completely horizontal, don't they? And that helps to create perspective also in your paintings. Now I might get a bit of shadow on these. I'm going into that mix we made earlier for the sky, and I'm going to take a hint of the crimson. Now this is not all crimson. If you have alizarin crimson, that'll do just fine as well. Any pinky kind of a red will do just fine. And let's put a little bit of shadow just here and there on some of those, look, okay? There we go. And then simply, let's just take our makeup brush again, run to your wife's cupboard and just grab one and run out the door. Don't say anything to her. And just blend all these together. There we go. You can explain yourself later. Now, that's it, that's the sky. I'm going to put in some of these little hills that we have in the background here, and they're quite dark, aren't they? So I'm going to use some cobalt blue and a touch of crimson and a little touch of brown. Now this is just for the shadows, okay? So I'm going to put in the shadow area first. I'm using blue to push it off into the distance as well. And again, I'm making it my own. I'm not going to copy this exactly. Now, just a little mound there. Let's take some more burnt umber and let's add a touch of burnt umber to the shadow side, which is going to be on the right. I'm going to make my shadows on the right hand side, okay? Bear in mind, the shadows are on the right in the clouds, so the sun is coming from the left. So there's going to be lovely shadow cast here on the left hand side, isn't there? Does that make sense? Now let's take some more red. And there's another small one just here next to it. Just like that. Just a little impression. And we also have another one. Let me just put a bit of blue into this. So nice blues. And we have another one. It gets slightly lighter, I think, doesn't it? Just here. There's a bit of greenery on these as well. We'll add a touch of green to these, I think, will we? And then we have a big one that kind of comes up like that, don't we? Let's just fill that in. Very loosely, very quickly. I'm adding a touch of yellow into this mix. And we'll just add a touch of green, nice rich green to this. So it's just some kind of a hill off here, just on the left hand side. I'm not going to be too fussy about it. Now, I'm going to take some crimson and some brown. Thick paint on its own, no thinners, and darken this up here. Let's just darken some of this. So I'm imagining that there's a shadow being cast from another cliff. So some blue, some crimson, and a touch of black. And I'm going to put some shadow on this one first here, and then put a bit of shadow in here on this. And let's take some brown. So I'm adding lots of different colours into this now as I go. I want it to be nice and colourful. Okay? See? I'm just going to dot in the brush around here and there. So how's that looking? Now I'm going to start brightening these colours very slightly. So I'm going to switch brushes, and let me show you what I have here. These are all my brushes, look. And that's just one jar. I have another jar next to me also. So a nice brush now for foliage and that kind of stuff. There, that's a nice one. We pick this one. And a dry brush, going to take some cadmium yellow, and some, let's take some cadmium yellow hue and cadmium yellow pale. And a touch of white, okay? And let's take a touch of that green as well. So I want a very, very bright green here for this. Tick paint here now for this. And let's just here and there dab little indications of some greenery growing here and there on that cliff. And it's just an indication, that's all. Okay, and let's put a couple of bright ones down here. So it's giving the impression now that there's all these little grasses and bushes and stuff growing up this cliffside here. We won't put any on, we put a little tiny piece on this here and there as well, look. And then let's just take some white with Naples yellow, and let's add a touch of colour just at the bottom, so it could be parts of the cliff, rocky areas, etc. Okay, just like that. And we leave it at that, will we? Now, soften those together very gently. You can, if you want, really go to town on this. Take a small brush, wet the brush, dry it, and let's take some black, and let's just put a hint of real dark colour down at the bottom there. And what that'll do then is it'll be a nice separation from the ocean when we paint it to the cliff. So it'll act as a nice little separator. Now, and I think that'll probably just do fine. Right, masking tape off. And there we go. Isn't that nice? Nice, bright, colourful sky. So now it's time for the ocean. And the ocean, now, another thing I wanted to do is sketch this boat in here. So I'm just going to do a very, very rough sketch, and I'm going to imagine some waves kind of lapping across the sand. So it's in on the sand, and I'm going to go, let's come over a good bit now with this. Let's start here, shall we? Okay, that's a very big thing on the front of that boat there. I'm going to start here, and we'll bring it down. And this side is going to go way off at an angle like this. So it's foreshortened, so it's turned slightly towards us, which means you're not going to see the full shape of the side of the boat as you would if you were looking at it sideways, straight on sideways. So that's not bad. We can adjust it as we go, not to worry. Because I want to leave this white, I don't want to paint the ocean over all of this. And if a big stick then that comes up here, that's fine. I can leave that. I can paint over that afterwards. That's it. That's all we need to do. And just indicate a couple of strips of timber across the side there. So that's our initial sketch of the boat. That's all we need. Nice and simple. Now, time for the ocean. Let's wet my brush again. And I'm going to make a nice vibrant ocean colour again. So cobalt blue. Now you could use Taylor blue for this as well. Taylor blue would be a nice colour. A touch of that yellow and some white. But mostly blue in this. It's just a hint of green is all I want. Now let me try this. That's a nice ocean colour, isn't it? Look at that. Cut right in under those cliffs off in the distance. And there we go. And I think the trick to getting a good straight line like this is to lean right down hard on the brush. Now, I'm adding more blue into this. So there, nice bright colour. And you can go through your lines if you like, slightly. Or you can just cut, you can just paint it back in again later, can't we? Some more blue, touch of that yellow. Let's get some green in here. Now I've run out of blue, so I have to get some blue. So cobalt blue, where are you? Right, there we go. And I might stick to cobalt for this painting actually, because it's a nice colour. It's a nice soft blue. I don't think we need phthalo blue for this today, because it's a fair it might overpower the painting. So I'm just putting in cobalt blue here now with a touch of the yellow. And what I want to do is, because I'm trying to reflect some of these here, okay? So I'm going to take another brush. I will go with a small one for the start, just to reflect some of these here. So I'm going to get some blue and some brown. And now there's no reflections on the photograph in these ones, but I want to put in just a hint of one or two. So a mucky bluey kind of a colour. And I'm just going to look, I'm just going to put them in, just a hint, here and there. And I think that just kind of helps sit them down slightly on the horizon a little better. And very lightly now dragging my brush across here. Let's make a rich greeny blue now for that reflection there, because it is quite greeny, isn't it? So brush on flat, drag it across. Alright, just like so. And we could even put some dark blue in there also, further up. Just a little here and there. And now let's soften that slightly together. And the canvas is actually getting quite dry. Could have probably done with another coat of primer, I think. Right, let's have a look now and see what we're doing here. I'm going to take this brush and continue with this. Bit of white, bit of blue. Drag that down here. So a nice rich colour. Okay, I'm going to need more blue, aren't I? So you can see now how forgiving this cobalt blue is. It's much more forgiving than the phthalo blue, because if I was using phthalo blue now, I would only need a tiny little amount and it would really overpower the painting. So cobalt blue is just right, I think, for this. Just right. I'll make it nice and rich just in here. I might even add a touch of pink to this, look. Let's add a touch of crimson, look at that. Let's make it nice and vibrant, shall we? Add a touch of white to it as it goes further off, and soften that back into the blue. Okay, and I'm going to take my small flat brush here, which I just used, and some cobalt blue with some crimson and a good dollop of white, and I'm going to just suggest some little bits of light hitting the water here and there. Okay? I'm just kind of dragging the brush along and then wiggling it, and a kind of a hit and miss type of a thing. Because I just want to bring a bit of colour into the painting, that's all. So the pink will complement that kind of green colour as well. Well, I think it does anyhow. Now, go for a bright blue here and introduce some bright blue out in the distance here, a bit more blue. Then what I'm going to do is take my knife, my palette knife, and let me see here now. I think I might darken some of that over there first. First, I might darken some of that before I go with my palette knife. I'm going to just take some cobalt blue, some of the green, and some black. And I think I should just darken this here a little. I don't know. Only just slightly, because it's a little bit faded, I find. It's almost disappearing into that colour underneath. So, a little darker. There. That's a little better. I'll take my knife and I want to take some white, a little hint of white on the edge of the knife, and let's just suggest some kind of water breaking off there in the distance. Now, it's not in the photograph, but I think I'll put it in. After all, it's our painting, we can do what we like, can't we? And it just suggests some ripples in the water and some waves off in the distance as well. That's all it is. It's just to break up the flatness of the water, that's all. Now, and let's pull these across with our soft brush very gently. There. See? Did help. Now, as you come down here, this is the tricky part, okay? As you come down here, this colour, this blue water, is going to fade into sand. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to take, I'm just going to get a bigger brush, slightly bigger brush. There, this seems like a good one. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take some, I'm going to dampen this first, then I'm going to take some crimson with some white, and I'm going to take a touch of blue, so we have a bluey colour, a pinky mauvey kind of a colour, and I'm going to start with that. Okay, I'm going to soften that away off into the blue there, and then I'm going to start adding Naples yellow to this. So now it's turning into a sandy colour, isn't it? So because I had more red in the mixture, it didn't go green, you see. I only had a tiny touch of blue, and it didn't go green. So that's the trick. When you're going from blue to a sandy colour, add a touch of pink in between. I think that helps. So now, more Naples yellow here now. Look, we're getting nice and sandy here now. Let's take some white, some Naples yellow. So I'm just doing the blocking in stage here now, that's all. And as we come closer, I'm going to start adding more Naples yellow with a touch of burnt umber. Okay? And now we have a lovely sandy colour, look. So it's coming on nicely, isn't it? It's a nice, quick little study. Just something nice and bright and cheerful. That's what I'm trying to get at. Something nice and cheerful. Right, let me just take some more Naples yellow. And let me see. I'll take a touch of black perhaps in that. Because I just want to tone it down very slightly. Now, switch back to my small flat brush again. I'm going to take some white with some Naples yellow, plenty of it, and I'm going to suggest some ripples from the water coming in. Okay? And it's just a little wiggle with the brush, that's all it is. There we go. I will add some little shadows to this also in a minute. So just here and there, we'll soften away into that colour. And don't forget as well, it will have a reflection from the boat. So it's going to get slightly darker here just on that side. Now I'm going to take some burnt umber, perhaps a little red. And I'm just going to darken it just here, look, okay? Just a little. Soften the colours all gently together, look. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take another flat brush and I'm going to get some of this dark bluey green colour, and I'm going to put a hint of that in as well. Now I need some more blue again. Let me just get some blue. You see, what I'm trying to do is keep everything soft and then focus on the boat. So the boat will then be the focal point of the entire painting. Does that make sense? So I'm keeping everything else nice and soft and simple. There we go. Now we can bring a little bit in here. Right, now just try and get some more of this sandy colour in. Yeah, you soften a bit of that in here. I'm using plenty of thick paint here now, just paint on its own. See? I'm picking it right up off the palette and then mixing it on the canvas. Let me take a dark colour here and indicate the backs of some of the waves. Okay, just here and there. Right, boat. Let's crack on and do the boat. Nice bit of colour in this. I am going to just go with, I think a combination of yellows would be quite nice. Let's take some cadmium yellow hue and cadmium yellow pale, and I want a nice bright boat now right in the centre of this picture. Let's go with that, a nice bright yellow. We don't have to copy it exactly, it's our painting, we can make it our own, okay? Now, let's have a go off this. And these yellows are quite kind of transparent, so I'm adding a little white to try and bulk them up a little bit. Okay. There we go, a nice rich yellowy colour. And if it helps, you can leave the blue dry first if you want, you can. And let's take some more of that rich yellow. Let's just straighten the bottom of that. Now I'm going to take some brown and a touch of cadmium red, and I'm going to darken it just at the back here. See, just flick it out. And I go right along the top here then. And also I will just darken it slightly around here, because it's like, you know, wear and tear on the boat. Okay, here we are. I'll take some black and some blue and then come right down along the end here then. And I'll just soften the edge of that boat into the water, okay? Just very gently. Now, I want to reflect some of that down onto the water. So, let's just take some cadmium yellow hue. And look, just here and there, just a hint. See? Just like so. Just a little here and there, that's all. And even on the sand as well. And I want to catch this now with some light. So I'm taking some titanium white, some yellow, cadmium yellow pale, and I want a very bright colour. And I'm just going to catch just here and there, look. There. Just like so. Now we'll go up and we'll paint the big post on the front here. So let's paint that. Okay. So a simple straight post all the way up. Let's take a bit of brown and Naples yellow. Let's take a touch of red also. And let's darken some of that. take a touch of black. I just want to make it dark at the end here. And I'm almost going to just soften it in with my fingers very gently, look. There. Now, I want a nice bright colour for that. So I'm taking two yellows together with some of the white. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go right through this. Look at that. Nice bright luminous colour. Okay, let's go again. And I suppose I've got to put a square on the top of that. Let's just take some burnt umber. Or in fact, let's make a nice purple. Wouldn't that be nicer? Crimson and blue. I'll make a nice purple for that. That would make look a bit nicer, wouldn't it? So. Come across like this. There we are, there's a nice purple. And let's bring that, yeah, we can actually bring that down the back here as well, as a shadow. Oh, that, now look at that. Now I want to break up that yellow there just a little with some cracks. See? Just a few. And also I want to put a very dark line just along here. And also I want to put some dark lines across here. So the little ridges on the boat. That's it, looking good. Nice simple little boat. Now let's put, we have a little strip of white just in here. I'll put that in. And I will put a suggestion of some little ripples just here and there. Just a couple of simple little ripples. Alright, that's looking. Now we could probably make it slightly higher, so I'm just kind of glancing back and forward at the photograph every now and again, and I think it could be slightly higher just here. I'm mixing a nice rich orange, red and some cadmium yellow. I'm going to bring it up a little bit, okay? No. I'll add a touch of brown to it, just here. Okay. It's just a nice, simple, colourful boat. Yeah. And perhaps some of that purple just here. Now let's concentrate on that lovely canopy. So we have a lovely canopy here, and I'm going to draw the canopy very quickly with just some burnt umber. In fact, no, we'll use a bit of black, look. So plenty of turpentine, some black, and let's just draw the outline of this. So it comes up the back here, doesn't it? And we have another piece here. And it comes across like this, and then we have the other side comes over like that, and there's a nice curve then on the front, like so. And then in underneath we have the bar comes down here from the back. Okay, just like that. Now let's put a lovely white canopy on this. A nice crisp white canopy. There we are, that's one. And we have a bit of yellow in underneath. I imagine the sun is kind of poking through. It's probably like a see-through kind of a thing. Like that. And we could make it slightly warmer. Just at this side. Alright. I'll go back to my small brush and I'm just going to define some of these bars here. So there, coming on nicely, isn't it? And if you want to send on your paintings to me, for my opinion, I would love if you would do that. It's stephenconway12@gmail.com. So send them on to me. I'd be too delighted to have a look through them, see what you're all doing, and yeah, don't be shy. Okay, there's a side on that. And I'm going to put a nice colourful one on the other side. Okay. I might put a hint of blue just in the centre there, just to give that a little shadow, and a touch of black just in there. Then we have lots of different kind of colours and shapes going on. I'm just going to suggest some of those. Okay, like so. I'll go back and I'll just brighten this there. Now we have a little tire, don't we? Some kind of a tire hanging just there like that. And it's just a case then of adding little details here and there, and it's really a series of little marks, that's all. That's really all it is. Because it's difficult to get real small details. So just try and suggest some of them. That's what I'll say. You see a couple of little things dotted around here and there. Little bits and pieces. Dotted around. We also have a little ladder, don't we? Now what I might do first, before I do the ladder, I'm just going to sharpen the top edge of that boat. It's almost a bit kind of faded, isn't it? There now. That's better. Okay, a little ladder. Let's just take a little white. And I'm just going to suggest a ladder coming down. Okay, like so. And we put a little bit of shadow on that also. Just a hint. And we have some nice, we have a nice little flag on the top, don't we? Let's suggest a flag. And also there's just kind of a bar at the back. Like that. And we could hit all these with little tiny little lights. Yeah. Little highlight here, little highlight there. Little flag. Now I'm just going to go crazy with this. Just put in, look, something with a blast of colour. Let's take a bit of white. And let's take a dab of yellow. Why not? And we have the same around the front of the boat here, don't we? So just lovely little flags, kind of little ribbons and all sorts of things. They're actually quite nice, aren't they? And this one kind of goes around into the boat. And I put a bit of shadow on that one. And let's get a bit of blue. Bit of blue is nice. Everybody loves a bit of blue, don't they? Look at that, just like that. No, a bit of shadow just down here on this. Now, how's that coming on? Is that quite nice? It's not bad at all for no painting, is it? For a quick little painting. Now I'm going to add a couple of extra boats here and there. You know what, now I'll go with a nice, perhaps a nice kind of a pink one. And I might go with a nice white one also. And then just take a dark colour, any dark colour we want. And we can suggest a little reflection. See? And a bit on this. a small little shadow as well. Now I want to get back down to the sand. I'll do a bit more work on the sand here. So I'm going to take some blue and some white. I'm going to put an indication of some water, just kind of lapping in there, nice and gently. And soften it back. And let's go with perhaps a touch of blue and some white. And soften them in. You hear my dog going at it out there. To just start barking for no apparent reason. There we are. And let's suggest a little pink here and there, look. And I'm going to get some more white. Where's my white? There it is. And I'm going to just put some very bright colour on, just here and there, look, on tops of those waves just kind of breaking here. Now I'm not going putting real big chunky waves on this, it's just a very soft kind of subtle impression of some waves. That's all I want to get. I don't want to be going all out with this tutorial, it's just a small tutorial, that's all. It's only a very little tutorial. So, how is this looking? Let's put some buoys in the water, shall we? A couple of little buoys here and there. Some may have a bit of red on them. Some may have some blue. Some may even be black. Just sit them in the water. I think we will put, I'll get a bigger brush here, we'll put a nice rope onto this boat. Okay, nice big thick rope. And it's going to come from here. One big swoop right down. And I make it slightly darker on this side here. There we are. And brighten that flagging, that little bit of fabric there again. So you can just go around now, kind of adding little highlights here and there to your wonderful painting. And be sure now to hang this somewhere nice and proud where you can see it and show everybody what you're doing. Don't be afraid to show people what you're painting, that's what it's all about. You have to, you know, put it out there. Let people see what you're doing. I'll get a little bit of shadow just here and there. And I want to get some nice rich shadow just along here a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to put some little ripples in here with the ladders going into the water. And how about some seagulls? We'll get 1 or 2 seagulls in. So some thin white paint. Let's go up here to the dark blue. A bendy V. Okay, just like so. Then clean your brush and take some black. Nice point on your brush. And a little flick on the end of these wings. And then just little dots for their legs, look. 2 legs popping down. And what's the last thing we have to do in any painting? What's the most important thing we have to do? Yes, that's right, we have to sign, don't we? So sign your painting, and let me just get some black all together, because your signature is the most important part of your painting. Yes. Conway. And then be sure and hang it up where everyone can see it. So there we are. Now this is my painting, my signature is on this painting. How about that? Now I will probably kind of keep going, adding little details here and there just on the boat. Just small little details to suggest bits and bobs, things that you would find on a boat. But you know, that's kind of a general impression of. Now what I want to do is get a little shadow of the rope here. So I'm going to take some brown and a touch of that black. And I just want to get a little shadow of that rope. There we are. Just to suggest a little shadow. That's all. And that's it. Let me zoom in for you. And let's have a look at what we've created. But there, how's that? A nice simple boat. Nice vibrant colours. And some boats in the distance. Some nice clouds. And those nice blues off in the distance really push them off, don't they? And that's it. So there we go. A nice simple tutorial of a boat stranded on the sand. That shadow looks quite nice, doesn't it? And again, just a little flick with the brush, very, very simple. So there we are. So let me turn the camera around here now so you can see me. So you can see me properly here. There we are. Now, we're up very high, aren't you? There we go. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate all your support again. Thank you so much. If you need brushes, stephenconway12@gmail.com. Email me what you need. I'll get them to you. Thank you very much for tuning in this week. I really enjoyed that nice, colourful, relaxing kind of a painting. So give it a go. Just get your brushes, get your canvas, and throw some paint on. See what happens. Alright? So I'll see you back again here next week. I'll think of something nice for next week. Okay? So listen, God bless, and happy painting. I'll see you later.